If you are struggling right now, it does not mean you are failing. It may mean you are growing. Resistance often appears when movement begins. Pressure increases when progress is near. The struggle you feel is not proof that you are losing ground. It is evidence that something within you is changing. Growth is rarely comfortable. When something rises, it pushes against gravity. When faith deepens, it confronts fear. When purpose awakens, it disrupts old patterns. Struggle is often the sound of transition. You are not being crushed, you are being strengthened. There are seasons when everything feels heavier than before. Responsibilities increase, expectations rise, challenges multiply. This does not happen randomly. When capacity expands, weight increases. Life does not place pressure on what it does not trust to carry it. The struggle you face is not meant to break you. It is meant to reveal what you are capable of becoming. Many people mistake struggle for punishment. They assume difficulty means something is wrong, but often struggle is confirmation that something is right. Comfort keeps you where you are. Resistance forces you to grow. The very things testing you are shaping you. When you rise, old supports fall away, familiar comforts disappear. This can feel lonely, but isolation is not abandonment, it is focus. Growth requires separation from what no longer fits. You are not losing people or stability without reason. You are making room for what is next. Struggle refines vision. It clarifies priorities. It exposes what truly matters. In ease, focus blurs. In difficulty, clarity sharpens. You discover strength you did not know you had, faith you did not know you could hold, endurance you did not know you possessed. There are moments when you question yourself, when doubt whispers that you are not strong enough, wise enough, or ready enough. But doubt often appears when you are stepping beyond familiar limits. Fear does not show up to stop what is small. It shows up to challenge what is growing. You are not struggling because you are weak. You are struggling because you are becoming stronger. Muscles ache when they grow. Vision blurs when it is adjusting. Struggle is often misunderstood as a sign of failure, but in truth, it is frequently evidence of growth. When life becomes difficult, it does not always mean something has gone wrong. More often, it means something is changing. Resistance appears when progress is happening. Pressure increases when capacity is expanding. The presence of struggle can be a signal that you are moving into new territory, leaving familiar ground behind. Nothing that grows remains comfortable. Muscles strengthen only when they are challenged beyond what they are used to. Faith deepens when it is tested, not when it is untouched. Purpose matures when it is refined through difficulty. Struggle exposes limits, but it also reveals potential that would remain hidden without challenge. If everything stayed easy, growth would remain shallow. Many people interpret struggle as a reason to stop, but often it is a reason to continue. Opposition does not appear without significance. When you begin to rise above old patterns, old environments, or old limitations, resistance responds. This resistance is not proof that you are on the wrong path. It is proof that the path is demanding something more from you. Struggle also brings clarity. It forces reflection. It confronts complacency. When things are smooth, it is easy to drift without intention. Difficulty demands focus. It requires you to ask what truly matters, what needs to change, and what must be strengthened. In this way, struggle becomes a teacher rather than an enemy. Growth often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. Internal change can be uncomfortable because it disrupts identity. You are no longer who you were, but not yet fully who you are becoming. This in-between space is often where struggle lives. It feels unstable because transformation is in progress. Remaining patient in this space is essential. Struggle refines priorities. It reveals what you depend on and what you trust. When external support weakens, Internal conviction must strengthen. This process is not meant to isolate you, but to ground you. It teaches reliance on values rather than circumstances. What survives struggle often becomes foundational. There are moments when struggle feels overwhelming, when progress seems invisible. In those moments, it is important to remember that growth is not always measurable in the moment. Roots grow underground before branches appear. Strength is built quietly before it is expressed confidently. Just because you cannot see the result does not mean the process is failing. Growth is rarely comfortable, and progress is almost never quiet. When a person begins to rise, resistance increases. What once felt manageable suddenly feels heavy. What once seemed clear becomes confusing. This is not failure, it is transition. Struggle intensifies not because something is wrong, but because something is changing. When you stay in the same place, there is little opposition. Familiar routines require minimal effort, but the moment you begin to move beyond limitations, pressure appears. This pressure is not meant to stop you, it is meant to shape you. Just as muscles grow through resistance, character develops through challenge. Struggle becomes the environment where strength is formed. Many people misinterpret struggle as a signal to retreat. They assume difficulty means they chose the wrong path. In reality, struggle often confirms that they are on the right one. Comfort rarely produces growth. Ease rarely develops endurance. Rising requires effort, and effort creates friction. There is also a refining aspect to struggle. It reveals motives, priorities, and dependencies. When everything is easy, weaknesses remain hidden. But under pressure, what is internal becomes visible. Fear surfaces. Doubt speaks louder. Insecurity tries to regain control. This exposure is not punishment. It is preparation. What is revealed can be addressed. What is exposed can be strengthened. Struggle forces clarity. It separates desire from discipline. Many people want change, but few are willing to endure the discomfort required to sustain it. When struggle comes, it asks an honest question: how badly do you want to grow? Those who continue despite difficulty prove commitment beyond words. There is also a spiritual dimension to struggle. Rising often attracts resistance because progress threatens stagnation. Old patterns resist change. Familiar mindsets fight renewal. Internal voices argue for safety over growth. Struggle becomes the battleground where identity is decided. Will you return to what is familiar, or will you move forward into what is possible? Struggle also teaches reliance. Self-sufficiency weakens when pressure increases. Control feels less reliable. Pride loses its footing. In these moments, your struggle is not evidence of failure, it is proof of movement. Resistance appears when growth begins. Pressure increases when elevation is near, and discomfort intensifies when transformation is taking place. What feels heavy is shaping strength. What feels uncertain is stretching capacity. Every challenge you face is refining focus, building endurance, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Rising does not happen quietly or easily. It happens through perseverance, faith, and persistence when quitting would be easier. If you are struggling, it is because you are no longer where you once were, and you are not yet where you are going, but you are on the way. Keep moving. Keep believing. The very struggle you are enduring today is the confirmation that you are rising higher than before. Your struggle is not evidence of failure, it is proof of growth. Resistance appears when you are moving upward. Pressure increases when capacity is expanding, and opposition rises when purpose is advancing. What feels heavy today is strengthening you for tomorrow. Every challenge has been shaping endurance, every delay has been building depth, and every battle has been refining focus. You are not being pushed back, you are being prepared to rise higher than before. Stay steady, remain faithful, and keep moving forward. What you are becoming is greater than what you are facing, and this season will not break you. It will elevate you.